everybody, it's Lindy here. Thank you so much for joining me. On today's episode, we're going to be making these adorable little mummy jars. They are also candle holders, so they're the perfect spooky decoration for your Halloween party or just to liven up your house. These are a great activity for kids to make. You would probably not want to use hot glue with them, or just depending upon their age, I'll give you some different variations. They're very inexpensive decorations as well. You need some jars. I just started saving our pickle jars, sauce jars, that sort of thing. You need cheesecloth, googly eyes, and then some kind of candle. I love these LED candles from Dollar Tree because then I don't have to worry about a flame, okay? So I've already made a few of these because we're gonna have a little family of mummies. And I'm going to set these to the side. I am using a hot glue gun, but if kids are making them, you can absolutely use glue dots, Elmer's glue, or that sort of thing. It would just take maybe a little bit longer to dry if you're using Elmer's glue. With the cheesecloth, what you want to do is you want to roll it out and cut a piece that is longer than the outside edge of the jar, okay? So it will wrap over a bit. Then you're going to take your cheesecloth and start folding it lengthwise a few times. And the only reason we're doing that is so we don't have to make so many cuts, okay? Then you can go ahead and right here where the fold is, you're going to slice it. It doesn't have to be perfect because mummies do not look perfect. They're kind of raggedy anyway. And once you put it on the jar, no one will be able to tell anyways. So go ahead and slice that this direction, lengthwise. Okay, and then I'm going to take this strip and cut it one more time in half. And this will give me my mummy strips. Now, please know this is a kind of a messy project. It's easy cleanup, but there's lots of little white strings everywhere. But that's okay. Easy cleanup, fun project. All right, so I have my strips now. So all I'm going to do is start by putting the googly eyes onto my jar. Now, a lot of times there's labels on jars. I did soak this overnight. So I'm going to turn that to the back and then you'll never ever see it once it becomes a mummy. You're going to glue your googly eyes on the front of your jar wherever you want the eyes to be. Make sure you do the eyes first before you start putting the cheesecloth on. Okay, it looks just like this. And then we're basically going to just start layering that cheesecloth around the outside edge of our jar. You can pull it apart. I do suggest having 2 layers at a time, just so it's not quite so translucent. I always start with covering a little portion of the eyes first, and then just putting that little glue dot there. And then you can wrap it right around and attach, okay? Now you're gonna end up with some little hanging pieces, not a big deal. We can tuck those right in as we're gluing the rest of the pieces on, okay? So you're just gonna work your way around the jar in random directions. So I might do the next one kind of at an upward angle. And the great thing about cheesecloth is because it's so thin, the glue comes right through and you can attach it pretty quickly. So you're gonna work your way around the jar until you have as many strips on it as you want. Now that I have my mummies wrapped up the way that I like them, I'm going to go ahead and put an LED light into every single jar. And these are going to look great on my front doorstep after dark, on my coffee table, or anywhere that you can think of. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. Feel free to give us a thumbs up or comment or question. We love that you've joined us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.